When starting PV Elite, you'll be introduced with the nozzle database system. So there are 4 databases that you can choose from, which is the ANSI Imperial, the ANSI Metric, the Metric Standard, and the Metric Standard R64. The first 3 are the most interesting 3, which are where the ANSI Imperial is for PD 5500 vessels. The second option, ANSI Metric, is for ASME designs, and the Metric Standard is for EN 13445 designs. In this vessel to ASME standards, and we'll click OK. Once you're past that screen, the rest of PV Elite becomes interactable, and we have essentially a graphical display which shows our model, a toolbar up top where we can input various elements and perform file management, a data input on the left where we can input in our element data for our elements or our design data. We can also review our load cases, input wind data, seismic data, as well as a heading for our reports. On the far right, we have a view toolbar, which can allow us to manipulate the 3D view here, as well as we have a quick calculator at the very bottom, which allows us to quickly review thicknesses, key calculations such as required thicknesses or what the maximum allowable working pressure of our vessel is. So to start making a vessel, you need to input in an element. So in this case, I'm going to input in a hemispherical head, as seen here. And well, we create a hemispherical head that we can see in our 3D view. I will bring this back to the front view. If I want to continue it, and we can see all the data on the left here that's been automatically inputted. So this is the default data. It is currently all in imperial units. I would like to change that to metric units. So I shall change this into millimeters. And when we change this unit/code to millimeters, you see that we'll have a pop-up box where we can review the units that we're changing into. For me, this is all okay, so I'll click OK. And then we can see that our input has now been changed into millimeters. I've realized now I've made my vessel as a vertical vessel. I'd like to change it so that it is horizontal. So I can do that by coming to the Tools tab and using the Flip Model Orientation. This will then bring up a warning which warns me that some details may not flip with the model. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to flip the model now, and we can now see that my vessel is horizontal. Our vessel is complete, so we're quite happy. So we're going to run the error check. This we need to save our model for first, so I'm going to save it as demonstration 1. Click save. And then we can see that our vessel is running the error checker. When the error checker is complete, it will bring up this output processor where we can look into our errors. In this case, there were no errors or warnings within the input. So our model is ready to run. And with that, we can click Analyze. And then this can sometimes take a while. But within the Analyze button, when the analysis is running, it will occasionally bring up these notes and warnings, in which case we are required to click OK to show that we've read them and understand what it is mentioning. So in the output processor, you see on the left are various reports. We can click on a report and it brings it up in this main window, which we can then review the results to. The results are often given in a color coordinated fashion. So if there is a red, it often means that there is a failure according to the code. So in this case, the nozzle summary is shown red, and these locations are shown red because our nozzles are failing towards the code. So we can look into the nozzles,